Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Fong, Thinking Right, out here in the lab. What I do for you. I got a nice quick lesson for you. I had a question asked to me, so I'm going to answer the question using a book. My girl Maya got the answer. Anything you want to know about doing right, Maya to let you know. So today, lessons going to be from the book. Let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message is story for life. I give you life lessons even from the book. And you tuning in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's ride. Right thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinker's way of life, and that's what it is, through mental and spiritual discipline daily, that's basic way of life, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, and that's what I'm on, to do what I need to do to get you to know thyself. So let's go. I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't, check me out. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. Knowing thyself, a person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, is asleep spiritually. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. I think and know that self. And to my yacht, be true. Yeah. The question was asked, well, where do sin and negativity come from? Bingo. It's the question of the day. So right thinkers, let's talk about where do sin and negativity come from. I'm trying to help you out with that. When a child is born, does that child know anything about the associations and the acquaintances it will make? Does that child know about either the good or bad people it will meet? Does that child know about the negative things it will do in the future? There are many factors which determine the actions which an individual will perform in their own lifetime. The most important of these is what the tendency it carried forth from what its previous lifetimes. Stop right there, right quick. I'm telling you, the spirit has been here before. You and your consciousness happen to be the benefactor of it right now while it's in you. Your job and your goal should be to know who you are so that the spirit will get enlightened and it can go home conceptually. If not, it's going to what? Go into another life and do it again until what? That person gets it right. Be the one to get it right. The Egyptians live for that. Okay? We don't. So understand that. You are not a finite mortal human being. I tell you, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and watch what they say. You are not a mortal human being. In reality, what are you? You are an eternal soul, God. And what's going on? You're wandering in the realm of the physical nature, which is the human body in place in time and space. At, as you take birth again and again in search of what? True happiness and peace, aka nihas or knowing thyself. If the spirit don't get awakened, it can't go home. It needs you to do that. That's the whole point of me teaching right thing of philosophy, to get you to understand for yourself what you need to do. And all that what somebody said, man, never mind that. You need to focus on you. And I'm trying to make that happen by showing you and giving it to you so that you can do just that. And I have some right thinking followers who's doing just that. So I'm good. Knowing that, I'm good. Okay, now that's my motivation. I ain't the only one doing this. I got some right thinkers, and I got me one master other than myself. So calm down. I'm excited about that. So I'll continue to, he said, just give it to him. Okay, if y'all want to learn, tune in. I got you. I'm teaching. Let's go. Never preaching. You search. Watch this. Your search in life has led you to what? Past lives wherein what happened? You experienced prosperity and adversity, as well as what? Degrees of sinfulness, doing the wrong thing, and eventually virtue. I went through that phase early in life. That's when you're supposed to do it. If there was a tendency, watch this, to negative thoughts in the past lifetime, which obviously it was because that's all I wanted to do when I was young and ignorant. But watch this. In that lifetime, there may be a tendency for what? More negativity in what? This lifetime, if it's what? Simulated and not opposed or addressed. Your ego will run you rampant. It don't care. It's not going to stop. You call it the devil. I'm trying to explain to you. We're going to get down. Just going to break it down for you, show you where the negativity and the bad stuff come from. That's what you asked me. Where does sin come from? Your ego self. And that's going to prove out. I've been telling you that since I started this. Watch this now. Let's go. The most important thing to remember now is that your present right now effort can what overcome any and all your past negativity if you what apply yourself with what earnestness and resolve to what become fully established in living virtuously. I'm not gonna do the wrong thing. I ain't Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but back then I didn't care. It meant the wrong man, nothing wrong. You know who I am. I'm Bill's son. That's what we do. They got this new series out there on TV, the Family Business. When I got into my initiating to Hall of Fame last year, they read my bio. My man said, Mark Wright left school in 1975 to come home and help with the illegal family business. At the time, my family was in illegal business. I can't believe you did that. Come on, man. Let's tell the truth. I ain't never lied about what I do and how I do. I have no reason, no purpose for that. So I'm gonna keep it real. So that's part about being virtuous also and righteous. I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm transparent. Back then, I hid everything. Even my knowledge of self. So I hid that for myself. But my point is, in life, you get a chance to get it right if that's what you want to do. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Right thinking philosophy gives you the opportunity to do that. I don't discriminate. I don't judge none of that. I just give it to you. You take it and use it free. Watch this. Now, when you establish your virtue, this means what? That you must decide to dedicate, hear me this, to dedicate your life to what? Discovering and facing all shades of your vice and negativity within you. And in so doing this, you should never fall back into what? The pits of ignorance, which lead to pain, sorrow, suffering, and depression. And if you're doing stuff illegally, jail. But that's the whole concept. You need to not do what you know is wrong. Why? There's a price that you pay for that. The spirit. Okay. Watch this. Having forgotten because the consciousness of the last spirit got eaten by a man. So it don't know nothing. It's your job to do that. So your spirit have forgotten its eternal nature. It's not conscious of who it is. Hence, know thyself. You have been what? Wandering through many lifetimes, meaning your spirit. Yeah. No. If the person that spirit was in dies and don't enlighten it, spirit is coming to the next person born, next player, next battle, next one up. Why? It's going to keep using bodies to get conscious of itself. Why? Because that's how it can't go by itself. Sorry. And during your lifetime, you're gonna meet many other souls where at in the form of friends and relatives, etc., all doing the same thing, who are also wandering, traveling through the life, seeking what? The same thing. It should be knowledge of self, but they seek the same thing as you are. What? Peace and contentment, knowledge of self, aka nihas. That's the goal of all spiritual beings. It don't make a difference what religion you pick. It don't make a difference what you call yourself. The spirit is along for the ride. Your job is to wake it up. So make a decision, do what you gotta do, and you'll be fine. But watch this. However, the soul forgets what its eternal nature. It don't know itself. It becomes what? It becomes ignorant, and now is indoctrinated by who? Society, and takes on the values and beliefs of society. Right there. I'm a product of my environment. My man was a hustler. What you think I'm gonna be when my concept is whatever your father is, pretty much you're gonna follow his footprint until you break out on your own. But normally, whatever his dad is, the son ain't far behind. The apple don't fall far from the tree. So understand that. So what I saw my dad, I couldn't, man, I'm chomping at the bit. I couldn't wait to do my thing. And that was all wrong, but I did it and I enjoyed it, had fun. But that don't make it no less wrong. Again, that's why I teach against that. I didn't get that to my son. My son's not a hustler. My son's a good man, God fearing, not not all that holy, but he's a good father, take care of responsibility. That's all I want him to be. My man want to be like him. And yeah, I fell victim to that. So you pay for that. And when you deal with society, I'm a product of my environment. How I was raised, who I was raised by, set the tone. You see where I until I made the change for myself. But no, I did that with my son. I took my kids. I didn't put them in the game. So I got my lesson learned early. Watch this. Now, if society says that what? Money is the most important, then what? The masses of ignorant people, I didn't say that, it says that in the book, do whatever they can to what? Get their money. We was about getting that money. And watch this. Those who cannot do it legally, and no, we didn't have legal family business. We had illegal family business. And yeah, if we couldn't do it legally, guess what? Then you're going to do it an other way because what? You have lost the connection of your higher self, soul, or spiritual higher self to the due to what? The delusions of ignorance caused by what? The pressures of your egoistic desires and your mental agitation of being frustrated by not getting things that you think you should, and you're going about it the wrong way. We chose to hustle, sell drugs to make that fast money. We made a lot of money. Did a lot of jail time. So, not a good trade off. Okay. If those around, watch this, if those around you call you bad, and my mom always tell, I said, listen, no, I did bad things intentionally, willingly. I wasn't a bad person. No. My mom said, yeah, you wasn't bad. I said, I know that, mom, but I did do some bad things. I can't not understand that. I did it willingly. So that didn't make me a bad person. But watch this. Some people would take that and they begin to think, what? I'm a bad person. Ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing worse than a parent stigmatizing a child out of frustration and anger, calling them negative things. I never put my kids down. I never attacked them like that. Why? That's a mindset. You don't want that for them. Coming from you, that's the last thing they want from parents. And watch this. And then they proceed to think of themselves as what? Evil. Some people take their life because they can't take the fact that people think they bad people. So understand that. And unconsciously, what they gather in thoughts of what? Anger, hatred, envy against who? Themselves. And this is what causes people to take their own lives. So as a parent, you should be real cautious of that, because what you put on that slate, remember the first 7 years, we are programming our children. I'm the product of my environment. Okay, now watch this. Oh, I got to get this out there. Okay, now, when you do all this to yourself, which causes them what? Untold miseries, fetters that they go through many lifetimes. It's like a cycle. If you do the same thing, you gonna come back and do it again until you figure it out. Moving on. Let me wrap this up. Now, in reality, there is no real badness. Okay? And the true you, the deepest part of you, which is this, what? Your soul is in reality pure, divine. What? It's of God. And when you realize that, when you put it to the test by doing what he think you should do, and he'll show you, yes, good job, my good and faithful servant, he will bless you. That's where it comes from. And when you realize that your soul reality is pure, and watch this, and full of what? Love, which is waiting to what? Be discovered and used. However, here we go, watch this. Your ego is like a blanket of dust which has settled on what? A piece of glass. And what it does, it obstructs the light from passing through. You, your own worst enemy. Watch this. Your ego. Remember, the ego means you have taken God out of your mix. Please understand that. And these are the things that you're going to have to deal with when you live, watch this, according to the precepts of virtue, aka right thinking, the dust and the veil of ignorance and shame and desire, hatred, anger, lust, envy, greed are all, watch this, removed. When I learned this 10 years ago or more, I had to take these qualities out of my character. Can you say you don't have those? Because if you do, you got some work to do on you. That's the concept. When you remove all those negative qualities, watch this, from your being, then what happens? It's possible for you to what? Discover the treasure which lies where? Within your own heart. Sorry about that, but I get a little excited. Let me wrap it up. Thus, there is in reality no such thing as a criminal heart. Only hearts which are clamoring for what? Freedom from the bonds of what? Ignorance and fear and lack of knowledge of self. Sorry about that. Let me wrap this thing up before I get off the hook. Let me do it. All right, I got one more paragraph. But watch this. This is the good stuff. In the ancient Egyptian myth, Asar, there is a teaching in reference to what? The god named Set. I've been telling you about him for a long time. Set represents the ego. Set is the embodiment, watch this, of evil, greed, lust, hatred, envy, etc. Sound familiar? So these are qualities of Set. And if you have those qualities, you are following a Setian lifestyle, egoistic lifestyle. This is the qualities that you will have. And watch this. What did he do? He killed his own brother. Mm-hmm. Sound familiar? Oh, Cain and Abel? No. Sorry, it's that. The original story of Cain and Abel. But the concept, watch this. Remember, we tell myths to teach stories and lessons for life. This is the one that filtered down to Christianity, one of the good ones. But this is where it comes from, right here, right here. And it's all about the ego and the spirit, the soul. Why? The ego will kill the soul. Watch the if. Let me move on. I'm gonna get the plot right out. He killed his own brother, Asar, to do what? To steal the kingdom, Egypt. You're Egypt. He's lower, Haru is upper. If he get the upper hand, he's going to have control over you, and you're going to have a life full of fetters. Haru, here we go, which is who? Asar's son, his only begotten son. They ain't going to say that because he had, no, he ain't going there. But the concept, Haru, which is you, which is Asar's son in the flesh. And Set and Haru and Set in the battle what ensues. I called it the Holy War. Why? You got you here, Set is here. You are Haru. You need to know that. Knowing thyself, that's what you know. Set is here. You keep thinking the devil's nope, right here. I'm just gonna tell you right here. This is what I'm saying. This is the good part. Let me get to it. All right, let me stop. All right, let me get to this. Now, Haru, what happens? Eventually overcomes Set. How? Through virtue. However, at the end of it is revealed what? That Haru and Set are in reality, here we go, wait for it, not two personalities, nope, but indeed one and the same. Like me now, I had a picture to show you the body, Set and Haru, you and Set. He is going away. Put him behind you. Put him in a servitude position. I taught that lesson a long time ago, but that's where you want him behind you. What they say, devil, get behind me. They didn't say, devil, get away. Devil, nope, not get out of me. Get behind me. Put him back there. You should be the driver's seat, so to speak. Okay. So the idea behind the teaching, watch this, is that the true enemy is not outside of you like y'all think God is, but just like God, the enemy is within your very own personality, which is the ego personality, the lower Egypt, the lower self. And watch this. And it exists there in the form of what? Negative qualities of your life, which in effect fetters, I keep telling you, your higher vision of spirituality is going to hold you back like an anchor. Set is a four-legged animal for a reason. Your spirit is a falcon and have ability to ascend for a reason. One's gonna stay here, other one's gonna go. And if you don't get that, you're gonna stay here and come back again. That's the concept. Let me wrap this up. So they cloud, ego cloud your intellect, and it deteriorates what? Your willpower, your ability to be able to spiritually strong to not do things that's not good for you. So they allow for all sinful and unrighteous thoughts, thoughts to control you and what? Direct your actions. If you acting on your ego, you self-serving. Moving on, I gotta do this, see the clock running. But however, the love, the knowledge of self, sweetness, and wisdom of what? The divine is also there where? Within you. I tell you that he ain't out there. He right here. And this divine essence is equipped with what? Immense, not a little bit, but immense spiritual force. Luke, use the force. Right thinkers, use the force. Why? Which can be discovered and used for what? Developing what? A more positive attitude toward this most sacred for now. Excuse me, I just went into a George Clinton mode. But no, developing a positive vision which can what? Here you go. Eradicate what? All negativity and reveal the true you as the sun is revealed when what? The clouds disperse after a storm. The phrase is, with knowledge of self, I can do all things. Why? Because knowledge of self is what strengthens me. Knowing thyself and knowing God are one is strength and power that gives you ability to do anything. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.